This is Chetan's place. Now I've broken this up into all various pruning, and then front left, front right, back left. All right, so that's kind of how we're gonna approach this. So the various shrubs will just be like the smaller ones. So things like the yew that needs to get topped. Ceanothus needs to get pruned. This needs to get pruned, not heavily. That left, this one pruned. These ones left. That Portuguese laurel. We need to bring it in as tight as possible on the outsides. So there's not much to work with, but do take it as much as you can off the side without making it look terrible, which down below is not much, but then at the top, if we could give it some nice shape and really do a good job of that, that would be fantastic. Over here, what the goal is, the whole perimeter hedge, which goes around the whole place, left and right sides, it needs to be, and this is important, 1 foot below the eaves. So bring a tall ladder because you need to be looking at it eye level. It needs to be 1 foot below. All right, 1 foot below the eaves. And so that is your goal. That's like the expectation, at least 1 foot below, and it needs to be straight. And then, so you for this one, probably just a hedger. For the other ones, you might need the extendable chainsaw, but basically we're doing inner sides. So you need to brush up the inner sides. You should obviously brush up the front, but you don't need to do the neighbors. And then you need to take it 1 foot below the eaves and straighten it off, all right? We didn't talk about it, but that one I would just do, just because it's looking a little scraggly. This one, again, 1 foot below the eaves and prune up the sides. This one as well, 1 foot below the eaves, prune up the sides. So this one, obviously, you're going to be up there with probably the pole pruner with the actual thing that you can cut with, right, with the hand. This one, take in the side, the front face, and then you have to you can approach it from both sides. It's wider here and then it narrows out, but you can approach this from both sides using the tall ladder and the extendable hedger, presumably, or maybe you might not even honestly need the extendable, because when you look at it from this, it really is not that wide. And if you approach from both sides, you might just be able to do it do half of it from this side, half from the other with a normal hedger. That might be fine. And also you got to think, we're taking it down, like it's going to be down 1 foot below, so it's actually gonna only be about there, but it's the same thing. Take in the sides, the front, this, and then the top down, and obviously that side you just don't have to do the neighbors. If we could just prune this away from the house as well, that would be fantastic. As a part of the various shrubs, that one, and that one all need to get done. The yews you just top straight, right? Then this is kind of the doozy. Sorry, it's so bright. This is the doozy. So I would go and start it from up on top of the balcony with like a step ladder. I don't think that's, yeah, I would just do it with like a step. And then that would kind of like assume the line that you're doing, again, 1 foot below, right? And then do as much as you can from up there, and then just trace it along. Obviously prune off the front, prune up the sides as much as you can. You can take more off of this one. And then you're gonna want to bring that down, obviously, to 1 foot underneath there. And then really what's hard, and it's kind of impossible to show you from here, but over there it gets just taller. So that's what's going to be a little bit more challenging about this one. You will just have to go back here, and by the time you prune this back, it'll be much easier to walk back there. But that you're going to probably want to approach it via the neighbors. So that's the job. That's the gist of it all. Basically the insides of all the cedars in the perimeter, and then the tops, bringing them all down to 1 foot with a straight line below that eaves. Some of them you might have to take the extendable chainsaw to. Unsure of that, but it's not like you go in there, it's not that thick. It's just like they're around like that. So nothing crazy, and that's the job. Thanks.